Okay, we've heard the introductions of tonight's ball players. Let's start getting used to the players for the West Ottawa Panthers in black and white. White, number 12. Dykstra, number 25, will be the guards. Smith, number 30, the key player returning from last year's Panther squad. Number 43, DJ Willard, the junior. And in the middle, number 50, David Dobb. The Dutch, on the other hand, will go with Wolf and Botsis and Klingler and Brown and Joey Davila. Coach Backus, any last minute comments before we get going tonight?
Well, I think you have two teams that are very even in height-wise, and I think speed-wise they're going to be very even. It's just going to be the team that wants it the most. The hustle out there on the floor and the defense is going to be the difference in this contest.
You're watching Holland High Basketball on HCTV Channel 6. Okay, we're ready for the OK Red opener. Jumping center will be DJ Willard, Joey Davila. We're all ready to go. Tap is going to be controlled by the Dutch. This is Nate Botsis playing the point. Joey D. Hands off to Brown. Brown puts it up. It's partially blocked. Take it over, and we're going to get a foul called on Davila. It's going to be his first. It's going to be the team first. As the Dutch right away went down low, but pretty much an ill-advised shot as there was an awful lot of defenders there. This is Brad Dykstra, who is going to be the key and basically listed as the point guard. White on the right side, out on top to Dobbs. Down low is Willard, fakes, put up about an 8-footer, and he's got it. Willard's got the first bucket. Panthers are on top 2-0, 7.5 to go in the first. Nate Botsis over here to Wolf, 3. Down low to Klingler. Klingler with a move down low and is stepped on the end line. We're going to get a turnover against the Dutch and a turnover. Brad Dykstra, number 25, keying the ball. Graham Smith looking for some help, gets it back to Dykstra. Dykstra being closely guarded by Wolf, takes it into the key. He got fouled. And I believe we're going to see the foul on Wolf. Let's check it.
Good penetration that time by the Panthers, and a foul from the back.
Wolf has got the foul. His first, team second. Panthers out of bounds. Inbounds and getting a hand on the ball is Klinger. Botts is going one-on-one here. It's going to take it into Dobbs. Takes it with the left hand, lays it up around and in. Nice drive by Nate Botsis. He's got the bucket. Score is tied with just under 7 to go in the first. Willard with an 8-footer from the right side. He's got another bucket. Panthers go back on top, 4-2. Willard right now apparently having that leaping ability, and he's going to be able to shoot it whenever he wishes. Dutch is going to have to force him outside, I would think, Ray.
Definitely. He's been in the paint twice and has scored twice there.
All right, Davila's shot is wide. It's saving the ball in bounds with nice play as Dobb. And it's picked up by Dykstra. Dykstra down low. He traveled it. Willard, he got away with it, though, and he's got his third bucket. And the Panthers go up 6-2. We've got 6:15 to go in the first.
It's Willard 6, Holland 2.
All right, Nate directing traffic on top. Brings out Klingler. Klingler, quick first step. Looks to break it inside. It falls down on the ground. Another turnover. Fast break Panthers. Off to the right side and laying it up and in is Dobb. And I believe he got fouled.
All 4 of the Panthers' shots have been in the paint as we're keeping the shot chart here. All 4 of them right in the paint. And when you're shooting in the 3, 4, 5 footers, they're going to go in. And that was a nice fast break, a 3-on-1 break for West Ottawa. And I think Coach Mike Worley wants to talk things over, because he's seen his team get behind 8-2, and we've just played over 2 minutes in this contest.
All right, and a second foul, Ray, has been called on Derek Wolf, and that's going to probably have Coach Worley go to the bench, possibly to Triesenberg. There's an awful lot of options that he has available. As he's often stated, he's got some interchangeable parts.
Right now he has to work at the defensive end because the Dutch have not been aggressive. So Coach Mark Worley, we said Mike a moment ago, is probably going to talk to his team about allowing that penetration. That ball has gotten to the inside, and as I said, the Panthers are hitting 100% right now. They're 4 out of 4, all those shots in the paint.
Now, one of the things that Coach Worley was concerned about is pushing West Ottawa outside and making them shoot it from outside. They're getting close right now. DJ Willard is pretty much having things his own way, and the Dutch are going to be in for a long night unless they do intensify their defense.
But at this point, Holland has not gotten into any flow whatsoever. The Panthers do have the flow.
It's a good point, Coach. Okay, Dobb going to go to the line. We're trying to figure that out. Which is the conventional three-point now? This or a three-point effort?
Three-point effort, okay.
I can't figure out which is the conventional and which isn't. But we'll see. Needless to say, we don't have to worry about it as he misses the free throw. Score remains 8-2. John Brown over to Nate Botzes. To Klingler on the left side. Botzes moves into the paint. Nice dribble. Gets up a 6-footer around and out. And the rebound is to Smith. Panthers looking to run again. Now they slow it up. Dykstra out on top. Goes down low to Willard. Willard's in the same spot. Lays it up again. He's got 8 points. Panthers lead 10-2. We've got 5.5 to go. Triesenberg off the Dutch lineup. He'll be coming in at the next stoppage of play. Here's Brown into the paint. Laying up a 6-footer around and in. John Brown's on the scoreboard. Dutch trail 10-4. White for 3, got it. Sean White from outside's got the 3, and the Panthers are shooting a very high rate. They've got a 13-4 lead. We've got 5 to go. All right, here's Derek Wolf, number 3. Davila coming outside now. Botzes looks the 3, fakes it. Being closely guarded by White. Cross here to Wolf. Looking to down low. They're looking for both Klingler and Brown. Here's Klingler coming out the 3-point line. He's got it. Ryan Klingler's got his first bucket. Panthers are on top 13-7. We've got 4.5 to go in the first. And a wild pass out of bounds is picked up by White. White goes down low to Willard. Willard on Wolf. Lays it up. No good. Good defensive position by Wolf. Klingler's got the rebound.
West Ottawa playing a man-for-man on defense, and they are not allowing penetration.
All right, the Dutch running their motion offense now. Dalvilar on the box, turns, rolls, moves in, throws up a wild 6-footer, no good. Rebound to the Panthers. It's Dykstra on the run. Up ahead here to Dobb. Dobb's going to get a layup as the Dutch are late getting back on defense, but he misses the puppy, and the Dutch get a break. Here's Klingler, 3-on-2, ahead to Wolf. Wolf waits, stops, puts up a 6-footer. He's got it. Derek Wolf on the board, 13-9. Dutch trail by 4. And a little extra pressure there as Brown and Wolf double down.
That's one of the things we mentioned in the pregame, that the Dutch might go out on Dykstra and make someone else handle the basketball, and they did go out and double him. The ball was tipped, but it was almost a turnover.
Matthews is in for Willard for the first time, wearing number 44 for the Panthers. Triesenberg has come into the Dutch lineup for Wolf, I believe. All right, here's Dykstra out on top, being guarded by Triesenberg. Over to Dobb. Dobb, and I thought John had good position, but they got to call a blocking foul on John Brown. It's going to be his first foul. It's going to be the team's 4th.
I think if we had a replay on that, you'd find that Brown had his left foot anchored, but that right foot was still moving. He did not have that good position. He tried to block off the paint, and he got run over that time. That's 14 fouls called against Holland. The Panthers have not committed a personal foul yet in this contest. And you see there Coach Mark Worley giving instructions to his team.
All right, a lob here to Matthews. Matthews goes up, lays it up and in as he uses his superior height. Panthers are on top, 15-9. We've got 3:15 to go in the first. Botzes, the left hand, lays it off, and putting it up as Brown gets his own rebound and puts up another. Brown's got a pair. 3 minutes to go in the first. Dutch trail 15-11. Dutch on the steal. Up ahead is Brown. Botzes driving. Takes it into the paint, lays it up, around, no good. Davila fighting for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball. Alternate possession rule is going which way? It looks like it's going to be Panther ball.
On that drive, Botzes threw a crowd. He would have been better off passing over to the left wing. He had a teammate open over there. Did not see him. He forced a shot on the inside. It was hard off the iron.
All right, Chris Reimink, number 33, is checked in, as is Chafer Cox, number 22 for the Panthers. Dykstra is still keying it as the Dutch look to trap a little bit more now. Oh, here's Matthews, a spinner around, an acrobatic basket. by Corey Matthews. He's got 4 points. Panthers are up by 6, 17-11. 2.5 to go in the first.
Teams trading basket at this stage. The Panthers had an early 8-point run. Now they're trading.
All right, here's Klingler in the paint. Acrobatic. He got fouled as he got hacked on the right arm. Let's check the foul.
It'll be the first one against West Ottawa.
And it's on Dobb. His first, it's going to be the team first. Klingler going to go to the line. He's going to have a pair. 17-11, 2:21 to go in the first. Klingler's first is no good. He'll get a second. That was really one of the only thing that Coach Worley had a problem with last Friday night. The Dutch were only 8 of 16 from the free throw line, and that's something to concern ourselves if we got a tight game. All right, Klingler makes the second of the pair. 17-12, Panthers lead. And a pass across and down low to Dobb goes out of bounds. As the Dutch were trapping, the Panthers broke it, but then an errant pass out of bounds. Here's Nate Botsis, the junior point guard, a little bit out of control, regains it. Down low here to Davilar. He misses the layup, though, and a rebound goes to Reimink. Here's Dykstra. And we've got a whistle for a double dribble, I believe.
That's 4 turnovers against the Panthers here in the first quarter. We've got just under 2 minutes left to go. Holland with 2 turnovers at this stage. More substitutes in the game.
Craig Weigel, number 45, is checked in as the Panthers have now gone 8 deep on their bench, I believe, in this first period. All right, up ahead here. The right side, Davilar for 3. No good. Around and out. Fight for it. Taken away by Klingler. Klingler puts it up, and he got fouled by number 22, Schaefer Cox. It's going to be his first, team second. Ryan going back to the line for 2 more free throws.
Davilar was almost out of bounds on that shot in the right corner. He was right in front of the Panther bench, and that was a long 3-point shot. Panthers are now up by 5. They led by as many as 9, 13-4, with 5 minutes left in this quarter.
And Klingler misses the first. He's going to have a second. Tim Miller going to be checking in for the Dutch in just a moment. And he must be going in for the shooter.
That was a signal from Russ Lee.
Klingler's second is no good, too. He's missed 3 of 4. Ball knocked out of bounds by Brown. Going to stay with the Panthers. Tim Miller going to come in. Ryan Klingler going to sit down. And I'm sure Coach Worley going to just give him a blow until the end of the period. He'll be back right in there for the start of the second. All right, here's Brad Dyke. He's in the back box. And it's going to be a backcourt violation, but Brown picks it up, goes behind his back, lays it off. Dab rattled as he wasn't sure. He didn't expect the pass, I don't think, Ray.
Well, Brown was going down the lane. Looks like he's going to put the layup right over a finger roll over the front of the rim, but instead he fed it to Davilar, and Davilar just did not have a chance to get his steps in.
And here's another steal forced by Botsis and Brown.
Long arms 3 times in a row.
Nice article on John by Jeff Seidel in yesterday's Grand Rapids Press, where he alluded to the fact John spending so much time in the weight room this past spring and summer, and put on 15, 20 pounds, and he looks it. He's playing taller. All right.
Holland is from the line.
In John Brown going to be sitting down. Starters out originally, and they break the press, go down low from way outside off to the right. Taking that shot was Reimink, and putting it back up was Graham Smith. Smith's got his first bucket. It's 21-15. We've got 18 to go. Here's Botsis laying it off to Tim Miller. Miller going up, got it blocked. A nice play by Chris Reimink. Holland Christian, and a lot of people are wondering if Jennison is reloading. We'll be on with that game at in the Dutch Dome Friday night with the rebroadcast 11:30 Friday night. I'll be joined with Holland High girls basketball on that night. Laying it off to Matthews. Matthews got his pocket picked by Velez. Velez is going to go one-on-one. Matthews trailing him. Velez lays it up. No good. He missed the puppy. And coming down with the rebound was Smith. Dykstra on the run, going all the way. Lays it up, around, and out. Botsis up ahead to Velez. 2-on-1. He's got to give it up. Behind the back, and Botsis did not realize Davila was there, but Joey chases it down. Down low to Nate. Nate puts up a 5-footer, and he's got his 6th point. And suddenly the Dutch are down by 2. And what happened to that lead?
The fast break right now is what happened to it.
And almost getting a steal there was Miller, but Joey D on the ground again. And putting up the shot was Chris Reimick, and he's got it. 6:30 to go. Panthers up by 4, 23-19. Right now it's a little bit looking like the height of the Panthers, and they're a lot slower. The Dutch trying to use the speed to their advantage. Klingler back off the bench, and we're going to get a close checking hand check foul, I think I'd call that, on 33 Reimick. His first.
Only the team third or team fourth.
Okay, Coach, who did I miss then?
That I don't know.
Only got him for 3. Well, if somebody fouls out later, we'll know why. Klingler has checked back into the game. Sitting down was Nate Botsis for his first rest, which means Joey D will go out and play the point now. Davila forcing it down low to Klingler, knocked out of bounds by Dykstra.
Davila had the right idea that time. He got doubled, so somebody had to be open, and it was Klingler down low, but the ball was just tipped out of bounds into the pet band.
Velez looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Klingler fakes it, takes it into the paint. He's going to get a layup. What a move by Ryan Klingler. He's got 6 points. Lead is 2, 23-21. We're approaching 6 minutes to go in the half. Jump shot from the right side, taken by Smith, is no good. Fighting for the rebound of the Panthers, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Weigel. Dutch are going to have a chance here to tie with 5:55 to go in the half.
Holland's had 5 shots on basket here in the second quarter. The Panthers have had only 2 shots on basket. They've hit 1 of 2, but Holland out shooting them right now.
All right, there's Klingler on the right side, getting it back out to Triesenberg. Out on top to Velez. Velez with a quick step. Klingler, 8-footer right side, no good. Davila gets a hand at it, but it's going to get picked up by number 30, who's Smith. The Panthers are on the run. Here's Dykstra. Contact, no foul. There should have been one there on Velez. A shot being taken by Smith is no good. Fighting for the rebound was 33 Reimick, and now Klingler's picked it up. Keys it up ahead to Velez. Velez down low to Miller. Goes off Miller's hands and back to Smith as we've got some racehorse basketball going on. Right side, Dykstra, 10-footer, air ball. Rebound being fought for. It's picked up by Weigel. Here's Dykstra in the paint, and he's going to get called for, let's see, and a few words between Klingler and Dykstra, but still waiting for a call. And it's going to be on Dykstra, number 25. That's his first, and they say the team 5th, so I'll believe him.
Dykstra was a little bit out of control as he penetrated that time and went down that paint, and he was going to go in no matter what, and he just ran into a man and committed a personal foul.
All right. Klingler, stucks in and prevents the turnover. Ryan across here to Joey D, takes it in, an acrobatic move, lays it up and in. Joey's got his first bucket. We're tied 23-23, 4:50 to go in the half.
First time we've been tied since we're at 0-0.
Panthers break the Dutch press. They're having a little bit more trouble. They go down low. A hand did it by Miller to steal. Here's Davila in the paint. 14-footer. Got it. Joey's got his second consecutive bucket. Panthers are going to call timeout. And lo and behold, the Dutch at the 4:34 mark get their first lead, 25-23.
Actually, the score was tied at 2 apiece at 6:53 of the first quarter. In this second quarter, going into it, the Panthers led 21-15. They had a 6-point lead. West Ottawa has 1 basket this quarter. That came at the 6:40 mark. On the other hand, Holland has 5 baskets, 10 points, so they are on a 10-2 run, and they're getting on that run by pushing the ball up the court and playing very, very aggressive defense in the backcourt. West Ottawa right now, they had their sync early in the contest, evidenced by 10 out of 13 shooting in the first quarter, but right now their offense seems to be just a little bit out of sync.
All right, Botsis and John Brown have checked back in. I assume they're coming in for Velez and for Triesenberg. The Dutch, as Coach Backus has just alluded to, have gone on a 10-2 run, and in essence, therefore, we've seen almost 3.5 minutes of play go by in the second half, and all the Panthers have got to show for it is 1 bucket.
And as I said, that is just totally different than that first period when they were red hot. They're getting all those shots in deep in the paint. Now, as I look at that shot chart, those shots are moving out to 7 and 8 and 9 footers. In that first quarter, those shots are into the 3, 4, 5 footers.
Stretching the defense, which is exactly what Coach Worley said was a key. He felt in tonight's contest. And here the Dutch now forcing a little action at the line. Greg Velez has stayed in the game as he's in there instead of Wolf right now. All right, taking a shot from about 18 feet is 43 Willard. He's got 10 first half points. Scores tied at 25. I think you'll see the Dutch contest that shot later on tonight. Botsis over here to Joey D. D with that first quick steps. Got a 13-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts up a 6-footer around and in. Joey D's got 3 straight buckets, I believe. Dutch lead, 27-25.
That is exactly right, and he hustled very well after his missed shot last time.
Dijkstra fakes it, takes it into the paint. Klingler again with a quick hand, causes the turnover as Botsis picks it up. Made across here to Velez. Just is able to save it. Back outside to Davila. Davila again into the paint to Brown on the right side. John with an off-balance 8-footer gets his own rebound and puts it back in. John
Great
Brown
follow
with
that
9
time.
points. 29-25. Dutch have their biggest lead. All right, here's Dijkstra out on top now as the Dutch are really stretching the Panthers out. A lot of picking going on as they're trying to get a guy down loose down low, and Barrett goes down low, but Brown gets his hand out, knocks it out of bounds, and they're going to call it. No, little lobbying on the part of the coach, but I don't think he got the call.
I think John Brown was doing a little lobbying too. If you saw him there in the picture, he wanted to say that the defensive man touched that also.
Wolf is in for the Dutch and Sean White in for the Panthers. 3:02 to go.
Velez goes out. He was a spark plug out there, did a great job for the Dutch.
Corey Matthews called for a traveling, and I got to be honest, I must have blinked and missed it. But needless to say, there's a turnover. Dutch are up by 4. We're under 3 to go in the half. Dutch in their patented offense, maybe not the wisest alley-oop play there to Klingler, and the Panthers get the steal up ahead to Matthews. He puts it up and in, and the Dutch are punished for that errant pass. It's 29-27. We've got 2:35 to go in the half. All right, here's Nate across to Wolf on the left side. Back out to Botsis. Into the paint with a 12-footer around and in. Botsis has got 8 first half points. Dutch lead by 4. White for 3. It's around and out. Rebound to Matthews. Matthews from 14 banks it up and in. Matthews has got 8. Dutch lead by 2, 31-29 as the action picks up. Davila for 3, no good, it's long. Matthews with the rebound, gets it knocked out of his hand by Brown to Klingler. Klingler takes it into the paint, he walks, got away with it. Ball is around and out, but Davila sneaks into the rebound. Reverse dribble, behind the back shot. I don't know how to describe it, but it was no good. And here's Dijkstra on the run. And Matthews going in, and he's blocked out by Davila, who's going to get a foul. And it's going to be Joey's second.
The Dutch on that last trip up the court at the offensive end were a little bit out of control, and that's something that Coach Worley said he can't have happen, but they really weren't controlling. That shot the Davila took, he forced it. He had to throw the ball up, otherwise he would have had a traveling violation, but it was a shot that probably he has never practiced.
I'll think about it, Laura, and try to describe it a little better next time. Okay, here's Matthews with the first of a pair. First one's up and down. And checking in for the Dutch is going to be Tim Miller, and he's going to come in for Joey D. Panther lead, Dutch lead is 31-30, a minute 43 to go in this rather fast first half, I'd say.
Very fast-paced.
And the second by Matthews is good. He's got 10 first half points. The stopping action is number 45, who is Weigel, going to check in for Dopp. And we're all even, 31-31. Minute 43 to go in the half.
And you can see the Panthers are putting on full court pressure in the backcourt.
All right, Klingler going to break it easily. And he's going to take it right into the paint. Lays it up. Nice pass to Brown. He got clobbered. No foul. And getting the rebound is Weigel. Dykstra all the way and getting a foot out as Miller kicks it, knocks it out of bounds. Triesenberg going to come in for the Dutch.
You see John Brown holding his hip. He got knocked down to the floor that time. I think he might come out, just get a break to rub the injury because he got clobbered as he went underneath.
Yeah, one way or another, there had to be a caller. But so be it. All right, out on top here is White. White down low as they rotate the ball around to number 30, who was Smith, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Dutch ball. Minute 21 to go. We're tied at 31.
Graham Smith has missed 3 shots over on that right wing, all about 8 feet away. They've all rolled over, or else the one was a little bit short.
All right, a triangle press on Botsis here, and Botsis easily defeats it all by himself. Klingler for 3. It's long. Miller fighting for the rebound off of Triesenberg. It's picked up by Matthews, and he's going to get called for traveling.
Unofficially, 13 of those turnovers against the Panthers in this first half, 5 for Holland.
And that's a sneaky 13. I never would have figured it. All right, inbounds and getting knocked out of bounds by Dykstra. Dutch maintain control. Minute 5 to go. Scores tied, 31. All right, Triesenberg for 3. Got it! Jay drains one from deep in the left corner. Dutch lead by 3, 34-31. Oh, nice pass to Matthews from Smith. And Matthews got 12 first period points, first half. 34-33, Dutch lead. That was a pretty pass rate.
Yes, it was. Nice open inside, but Clear answers it right back down the lane.
Klingler going in with a finger roll, and he's got a Dutch lead, 36-33. We're under a half a minute to go in the first.
Not a lot of movement, as you can see out there by the Panthers. They're just sort of standing around. Whether they're going for the last shot, I would guess that is the strategy right now.
With 4 seconds, the shot's taken, and they've got what they want. Wolf is going to get his 3rd foul.
Dykstra will get a pair of free throws. The Panthers in the first half have been at the line only 3 times unofficially, and they have hit 2 of the 3. Holland has been at the line 6 times, and they have hit 2 of the 6.
All right, here's Dykstra with the first around and gets over the rim and down. The lead is now 36-34, 5 seconds to go. Dutch quickly getting Wolf out, who's got picked up that 3rd foul. Don't want to get him that 4th right here. Wouldn't be too bright. 33 Rhyming checking in here for the last 5 seconds. Sitting down is Sean White. Dykstra with the second of the pair. And it's short. Rebound. Matthews fighting for it. Klingler. A length of the court. Flings it up. Whoa, it looked like it had an angle, but we're at halftime. And the Dutch have outscored the Panthers 21-13 and have taken a 36-34 lead here in the Dutch Dome at halftime. And Ray, how about a comment before we go off the air and take a well-deserved break here?
Well, I think the difference was in the shooting in that first quarter. West Ottawa was 10 of 13. In the second quarter, they hit only 4 field goals, and unofficially I have them 4 out of 11, so that's a significant change. Holland, on the other end, in that second quarter, hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 field goals. and I would guess about 20 attempts. So their percent stayed pretty much the same as it was, but they took numerous more shots in that second period. So after trailing 21-15 at the end of the first quarter, Holland has come back, outscored the Panthers, and goes into the locker room to take a break, leading 36-34.
All right, Joe Tremml along with Ray Backus. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with some more statistics for you. You're watching Holland High Basketball on HCTV Channel 6.
Goals, and I would guess about 20 attempts. So their percent stayed pretty much the same as it was, but they took numerous more shots in that second period. So after trailing 21-15 at the end of the first quarter, Holland has come back, outscored the Panthers, and goes into the locker room to take a break, leading 36-34.
All right, Joe Tremml along with Ray Backus. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with some more statistics for you. You're watching Holland High Basketball on HCTV Channel 6.
Look at things was a definite key, and West Ottawa, it seems to be a little bit bigger under the boards. They go and down low, and they've been able to hit some shots down there, but I don't think they can match Holland's speed throughout the contest.
Feel for the play. The Dutch definitely intensive, played a lot more. What do you see the Panthers having to do here? I don't think they can continue. Sooner or later, the Dutch are just going to run them down into the ground.
I think the biggest key for West Ottawa is to stop the turnovers. They had 13 turnovers in that first half. Holland had only 5 turnovers. That's an eight turnover differential, and that has put Holland back in the game. Again, it was the defense that caused those turnovers, so they've got to take better care of that basketball. And really, Dykstra is the man that brings the ball up the floor, and he's the one that controls the ball. And I think we saw Coach Burley have his players put some extra pressure on Dykstra, and that caused some problems for the Panthers in that second period.
Okay, there's another observation I think you'd notice. We alluded to the fact that the Dutch are stretching the defense. They're making the Panthers start out further out. One other thing, looking back in hindsight now, the early part of that second period, the Dutch got into a running game, and I think the West Ottawa Panthers played right into their hands by doing it themselves.
They ran right back.
And I think that's a mistake on the Panther part. I think they need to take the ball, they need to slow it down, they need to frustrate Holland, and then beat them at the free throw line.
And that's what they were doing early. They were working that ball around, they had their set play, and they got the ball inside to Willard, and Willard had the first 3 baskets of the game, but he's had only 1 basket since the first 3.5 minutes.
All right, we're about ready to start, and it looks like the Panthers are going to get it to begin the third quarter in the alternate possession role. The Dutch have got their regular starters out, and the Panthers are having their regular starters out. And right off the top, we get a steal by Wolf. Botts is down low to Klingler, knocked out of bounds. It went off Klingler. The Dutch get a break. They're going to give it back to Holland.
Klingler broke free underneath. He got a screen on the outside that time, but the pass just a little bit too far.
All right, out on top here to Nate. Nate looking at 3, down into the paint to Wolf. Back out, Joey D takes it in, lays it up, gets his own rebound. Klingler the rebound. Back out on top, Botsis. Wolf for 3. Got it. Derek Wolf buries the 3-pointer to open the third quarter. Dutch go on top, 39-34. And we're going to get a foul on Dykstra, I believe.
Dykstra penetrated to the right side, tried to go along the baseline, and ran over one of the Dutch that time, and the official there to make the call. It's the first foul here in the second half.
And right away, you can see that Nate Botsis is trying to get a little bit into Brad Dykstra's head. He's talking to him already. All right, here's Klingler on the right side. He's got a 6-footer, lays it up and in. Wyant's got 10 points. Dutch lead 41-34. They're up by 7. And almost another steal. And here, taking a shot from the right side was Graham Smith, putting down the 8-footer. He breaks the run. It's 41-36. We've got 7 to go in the third. Dutch on top. All right, flashing into the paint. Davilaw's going to have a layup, around and out. Rebound to Smith. Bad luck on the shot. Dykstra on the run for the Panthers. Lays it off to Smith, who's got a nice layup. Acrobatic move by Smith as he's got his second bucket. Dutch lead down to 3, 41-38. We've got 6.5 to go. And back the other way, Derek Wolf puts down a 2, 44-38. Dutch lead. Dobb over here to White. Back to Graham Smith. Gives a lot of head faking to Joe. Forces up a 12-footer. Good position there by Klingler, and the rebound goes to Wolf, who's 2-on-2 and slows it down. Botsis with a runner in the paint, puts it up and in. He walked, and there was no call. Nate's got 10 points. Dutch back up by 7, 45-38. Dykstra forcing up an 8-footer right in Botsis' face, and he puts it down. Dykstra's first bucket, and back the other way is Wolf, and he got fouled by Dykstra.
Holland again pushing that ball up the court. I barely wrote down the number from the basket at this end, and we had the foul at the other end. So they are pushing that ball up the court.
And subtly here, Ray, Dykstra's got his third foul.
And Dykstra is the key to their offense. He's listed in the program as a point guard. There is one other point guard, but he is definitely the man that takes care of the basketball for Coach Paul Chapman.
All right, Derek Wolf's going to have a pair at the 5:33 mark. He's got the first. Dutch are up by 6. Derek's got 6 third-quarter points to key the Dutch onslaught. Second is also good. Wolf suddenly got 9 points, leads back to 7, 47-40. We've got 5.5 to go in the third.
That trapping pressure put on by Holland High right now over on the side.
White deep in the right corner. Turn around to the fifth row. He got fouled by Klingler, no call, and a rebound out of bounds. And Coach Chapman's up and screaming, and I think he's got a good case.
There was body contact there.
But arguably, as we alluded to at the beginning of the game, they seem to be letting them play. Davilaw in the paint, around and out, the rebound, foul on whom? Oh, it's going to go against the Panthers or against John Brown. Let's see. It's going to go against John Brown. Number 12, it's going to be his third, team first. And a technical foul going to be called on the Panthers. I think it's on Sean White.
On the Panthers, the foul was against.
The foul was on Brown, but the technical foul is on Sean White. I think he gave some lip to the official, and the official has nailed him, and it's going to be a 2-shot tee. And that's a personal foul, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, it is, and it gives 2 free throws to Holland. Plus, Holland is then going to get the basketball.
Do they? I wonder, because there was a stoppage of play.
We will see.
Davilaw's got the first of the pair. Here's the second.
Davilaw, a young man that won many free throw contests. I know over at Hope College in those summer camps, free throw after free throw, he won many, many contests. Right now, the official's icing him by holding the basketball.
All right, Joey's second is also good.
See, we can't even talk him out of free throws.
And it's 49-40, and you are correct. The Dutch are getting the ball, and this is going to be a significant move as the Dutch now have their largest lead, I believe, of 9.
That is correct.
Inbounding it to Wolf. Wolf traveled and got caught. 49-40, 5:07 to go, Dutch lead.
West Ottawa also had a 9-point lead in this contest, but that was in the early going. After 3 minutes, they led 13-4. Now we're in the middle of the third period, and Holland has that 9-point lead, 49-40.
All right, Dykstra's checked back in for Corey Van Ree after a brief respite on the bench. And Botts is closely guarding him, as is Brown all over Cox. And a steal by Klingler, who's going to go one-on-one. Lays it up and in. Ryan Klingler's got 12 points. Dutch lead is 11, 51-40.
I think Coach Chapman is going to have to circle the wagons pretty quickly here, because right now Holland has really opened up that double-digit lead, and they have the momentum.
And forcing it is to Dykstra, and a steal, and Brown's got it as he takes it away. Up ahead here to Wolf. Wolf lays it up, no good. Rebound to Davila, he puts it up and in. And Joey D's got the bucket, he's got 10 points, and Coach Chapman's calling for timeout. 53-40 at the 4:18 mark, and the Dutch slowly but surely taking this game under control.
Well, they have a 17-6 start here to the second half. The Panthers had 2 early baskets, pulled within 3 at 41-38, but since that time Holland has scored 12 points. West Ottawa has 1 lone basket, so it's a 12-2 streak now for Holland. One thing I did want to mention earlier in the contest, the assistant coach for Paul Chapman is John Gilbert. Now, he is a new math teacher at West Ottawa, and John last year was the coach at Sault Ste. Marie High School. So he does come to practice. He's just a volunteer coach. But as I talked to former football coach Ron Weatherby before the game, what Coach Chapman will do is he'll take one group of players to one end of the court, and John Gilbert will take the other group to the other end. So you have a real coaching combination there. But also on the other hand, you've got the same thing at Holland with Mark Worley and Steve Windemuller, who the two are very, very good friends, and they work their practices together in much the same way.
And a nice sidelight, of course, is that Steve Windemuller was the longtime junior varsity coach for the West Ottawa Panthers, who came across town to join up with his good buddy Mark Worley. All right, 13 up on the Dutch, 53-40. We've got 4:10 to go, and another steal. Derek Wolf is going to go one-on-one, knocked out of bounds, and the ball's going to go to the Panthers.
Wolf had the steal, but he just could not find the proverbial handle on that basketball to lift it up and put it in through the bucket. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter.
All right, here's Dykstra going one-on-one, forces it, but before the shot, Botsis is going to get a foul for hand checking. And a little screaming going on somewhere. All right, the foul is on Nate Botsis. It's only his first. It's going to be the team's second, so it's going to be out of bounds. As Dykstra seems to be sending a message back to Botsis. Okay, you want to play a little one-on-one? Let's do it. All right, here's Matthews with a big move.
Nice move to the inside.
Major league move. Lays it up and in. 53-42. Dutch on top. Botsis with a 14-footer short. Dykstra with the rebound. Dykstra got away with it. Matthews takes it right in on Klingler and puts it up, and he got fouled by Ryan. Klingler's first, team third. Matthews going to have 2.
These Panthers are not letting up. They're going inside now. They're getting that ball into the big man, Corey Matthews, and that time he went right at Klingler and said, I'm going to put that ball up. You're going to have to try to stop me.
An observation based on only a game and a half, and that is that right now the Dutch have gotten a little bit away from team play. They've gotten a little bit into their own personal needs, and I think Coach Worley's going to settle them down and get them to remember, hey, you're focusing. This is a team game, and we're playing into West Ottawa's hands when we stop doing that. All right, Matthews has got the second of the pair, 53-43, a long pass up here to Brown. Brown with a shake and bake move back to Davilar, into the paint. Matthews gets in the way, and we're going to get an offensive foul, and I got to wonder about that one.
It looked like there's movement because Davilar was in the air, and a man slid in front of them.
Davilar's got 3 fouls, and the Dutch have 14 fouls.
Does Brown also have 3 fouls?
That is correct, Coach Backus. And as we alluded to at the beginning, it might turn into a free throw shooting contest, and that might help the Panthers. All right, Dykstra shake and bake one-on-one on Triesenberg. He gets nothing but air. Ryan Klingler up with the rebound. And a long pass underneath, and it was tipped out of bounds by the Panthers.
Well, I thought Klingler just threw that ball a little bit too high, and the young man from West Ottawa said, I didn't touch it, but the official said, you did. It will be Holland's basketball.
Little shake and bake here move. Davila fighting with Dykstra, and Dykstra takes it away. Brad definitely has picked up his play right now. Here's Graham Smith. He walked. Oh, he's changed his pivot foot. He did a little shake and bake, and I think he knows it.
Things right now, you'd have to say, just a little bit sloppy out there on the court. 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions.
All right, Dutch up by 10. We're under 3 to go. Klingler, he walked also.
There was no doubt about it.
Yep, they both dragging their feet. And both teams are getting a little bit out of control right now. I think this is going to come right down to who can more quickly focus themselves on the task at hand.
Both teams have been man for man this entire contest, and you can see them checking off on the inside. And the ball is stolen away again, this time by Wolf.
Yeah, Cox started to shoot it and drove it back, and before he knew it, he lost it to Wolf. Botts is going to be checking back in for the Dutch. Jay Triesenberg gets himself in trouble. The ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Botts is checking back in for Holland. And Derek Wolf looks like he's going to sit down and take a breather. All right, Nate down low, and with a good attempted steal was Matthews, who's had quite a game tonight. I think he's been the clearly the best player for the Panthers tonight.
Oh, definitely. He's come on very, very strong. He had only 10 points in the second game, so he's really come on stronger than he was early on.
All right, John Brown with a power move puts it up. He's got 11, 55-43, Dutch by 12, 2:08 to go in the third. Dykstra closely being guarded by Triesenberg now, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Klingler. Tried to draw the offensive foul, but he was kind of leaning.
The reason he got the foul is because he did not have those feet planted. He was moving. The man that was going in put his arm out in front of him, but if that defensive man does not have position established, he's going to be whistled for the personal foul, and that's exactly what happened.
All right, Dutch have got 5 team fouls, and Tim Miller going to come in, and he's going to give Joey Davilar a break right here. Joey, who has played longer than any of the other Dutch players today. All right, here's Dykstra going to key it in. We've got 2:02 to go in the third. And he keys it into number 45, who was Weigel. This is Brad Dykstra, the point guard. 2 Cox on the left side. Closely guarded by John Brown, who's got him trapped. Over to Weigel. Down low, nice pass to Matthews, who lays it up and in. Pretty pass by Weigel.
That bounce pass to the inside was a good move.
Nate over here to Klingler, fakes the 3, takes it into the paint, lays it up, around, no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. Dutch are going to retain possession.
Holland is 7 of 13, West Ottawa 5 of 9 here in the third quarter.
All right, ball comes into Brown left side, down low to Klingler. Klingler fakes, puts up a 6-footer around and out, no rebound. Matthews has got it. Dykstra on the run, goes around Triesenberg, pass outside, it's saved by Cox. Dykstra trying to fire up his own teammates here as he's talking to them. Here's Rymink on the right side. Back to Matthews, to Cox. Rymink, bank, no good. Good position by Klingler, got fouled, no call. Way up ahead here to Triesenberg. He's going to take it in, lays it up, and he got, oh, no. Oh, the guy slid over, got it to Triesenberg's way, and an offensive foul going to be called on Jay, and that's one we're going to look on our replays long and hard.
Well, that one was debatable. The man slid over, whether he had that position. He's got a smile on his face at the opposite end. That's Schaefer Cox, and the offensive foul was called against Holland, nullifying the layup.
It's a tough game to officiate, but that was a horrible call. All right, down low to Dykstra. Got nowhere to go. He's going to get called for 3. Gets out. Matthews driving forward. Oh, late calls. Klingler got all ball. And now the officials are losing control.
Well, the official on the outside made that call. The man right under the basket did not blow the whistle, but it's a call. You have to live with it. So for Klingler, that is his personal foul number 3. So Davilar, Brown, and Klingler all with 3 personal fouls now, and West Ottawa gets to pull a little closer while the clock is stopped.
And 17th foul, Ray. Matthews got the first, he's going to get the second. So the Panthers are going to be shooting the bonus all night.
Holland has scored only 1 basket in the last 3.5 minutes.
Matthews makes a pair. The lead is down to 8, 55-47. We've got 30 to go in the third. Botsis on the run, takes it in, lays it up, and he got fouled.
And that's Dykstra, and that'll be 4 on Dykstra. I think as you look at the Holland Dutch on the offensive end, I just mentioned 1 basket in the last 3.5 minutes. it's become more of a one-on-one situation as they go down the court rather than pass the ball around, find the open man, get the easy shot.
And Coach Backus, Dykstra happens to be the only player in the Panther lineup that has more than one foul.
And he has 4.
Yes, sir. Botsis goes to the line. He's got 10 points. He'll be shooting 2. First is up and good. Nate's got 11. He'll get a second. Dutch lead is 9. Nick Marcus going to be checking in for the Dutch. And Ryan Klingler going to sit down as Coach Worley's going to look to give him a 25, 30 seconds of extra rest as we're getting to the end of the period.
He's also got Davilar on the side getting that extra rest. And I think West Ottawa is going to put
Graham Smith in.
Who's going to get the break?
Cox.
Okay.
And I think there it's to take advantage of the fact that Klingler has sat down and try to get a bucket out of Smith here in this last 25 seconds. Good move on the part of Chapman, especially if it works out for him. Botsis has got a pair. Nate's got 12. Dutch lead by 10. We're 20 seconds to go in the first. Van Ree with the ball, who's now going to be having to take the point responsibilities. Here's Smith, as we said, going in, forces it up. Rebound to Botsis, who's on the run. 10 seconds. Botsis into the paint with an 8-footer. Banks it up, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Miller. Miller puts it up, and he got fouled.
There's another example. They had the break, and Botsis forced it. He had 2 men on him. But over on the right wing, he had a man, Friesenberg, just wide open for a 6-foot jump shot. Really should have given him the basketball for that open shot that time.
Weigel has got his first. It's the team's 5th, and Tim Miller's going to go to the line. Tim is scoreless tonight so far, and he still remains that way. As he misses his first free throw, he'll have a second. 4 seconds to go in the third. Dutch up by 10. Stays at 10. Rebound, Brown puts it up from the side, off the rim, no good. We're at the end of 3. Dutch are on top, 57-47, as they have outscored the West Ottawa Panthers by a 21-13 point mark in that third quarter, and up by 10. The one thing you might want to look for in this fourth quarter, as we've mentioned, only Brad Dykstra for the Panthers has more than 1 foul. Of course, he has 4, and he is a key person for the Panthers. On the other hand, Derek Wolf, Joe Davilar, John Brown, Ryan Klingler, all with 3 fouls, could become a factor down the road, Ray.
And in that third quarter, it was 7 out of 15 for the Holland High Dutch, 5 out of 10 for West Ottawa, so the Panthers not getting that many shots on basket. West Ottawa in that third quarter unofficially had 6 turnovers. Holland had 3, so in the contest at this point it's 19 turnovers for West Ottawa and 8 for Holland. We've got 1 quarter left. It's a 57-47 contest. We might mention, if you missed the scores in the freshman game, Holland won that one 48-47, and in the JV contest, Holland victorious 76-64 in this now the opening game of the OK Red at the varsity level.
All right, Dutch are going to be taking the ball out of bounds. 8 minutes to go in regulation time. Dutch are up by 10.
Davilar back in.
All right, here's Botsis taking White one-on-one. Rebounds it with the left hand and taps it in off his own missed shot. Botsis has 14. The lead is 12. Matthews with a jump shot and an acrobatic rebound to Botsis up ahead of Brown. Brown's going to go one-on-one for the easy layup. What a nice pass by Nate Botsis.
Botsis had good floor vision that time. He saw the open man ahead of the pack and lobbed in the basketball.
Dutch are up by 14. I believe their biggest lead of the night.
Yes.
And John Brown a little bit aggressive there with the defense, has picked up his 4th foul. And as we alluded to earlier, the Panthers are in the bonus situation for the rest of the night. Derek Wolf going to be checking back in. John's going to have to sit down. David Dobb, the senior center, hasn't really been heard from very much. In fact, he hasn't seen much playing time since the first 2-3 minutes of the game, has he?
He's averaging 13 points per contest and just has not been on the court that much.
He's only got 4 tonight, and make that 4 still as Davila, good position, gets the rebound. Up ahead here to Wolf. Wolf going to go one-on-one with Dobb, and he's got a lot more speed than that young man. Triesenberg got pushed, puts up a runner from 12, no good. Rebound being fought for. Miller's got it, puts it up, and he got fouled. Tim Miller getting down and dirty and fighting for the Holland High Dutch. Dobb has got the foul. It's his second, team 6th. And so the Dutch themselves will see 2 shots for the rest of the night.
This fourth quarter is going to take a while just because of the number of personal fouls that have been called.
Miller's first is in and out. He'll have another. Dutch up by 14, 6:49 to go in the contest. Tim's second is good. Dutch lead is 15, 62-47, 6:47 to go. Both teams shooting bonus now. Here's Van Ree and White. White with the ball. To Matthews. To Van Ree. Out on top to Smith. Smith with a 17-footer. It's no good. Big rebound by Dobb. Over Botzes, puts it back up and down. And Dobb's got his first bucket since the second period. And the Dutch lead is 13. All court pressed down by the Panthers. And we're going to get a foul on Matthews.
Well, they have to go to the pressure now. They're down by 13. Even though Holland's a little bit quicker, they've got to go to that full court pressure and try to force some turnovers and give them an opening to get back in this contest. Also, they have to hope that Holland does commit some personal fouls so they can catch up while the clock is stopped.
All right, Derek Wolf is going to be going to the free throw line. He was recently there and sank them both. He'll be shooting 1-and-1. The Dutch make their free throws, they're going to win this game. They don't, they're going to have some problems. And the first is up, no good, no bonus. Panthers get the rebound, and that's exactly what they want to have happen. Smith racing down the right side, guarded by Davila. Cross court here to Cox, down low, back to Dobb. Dobb with a turnaround, 8-footer, puts it up and down. He's got his second bucket of the fourth, and the lead is down to 11, 62-51. We've got 6 minutes to go. Dutch having a little more trouble breaking it, but now a foul is going to be called on Smith. His first. Joey D going to be going through the free throw line for the bonus.
The question Coach Paul Chapman has to think about right now is how long does he keep his point guard, Brad Dykstra, on the bench. Dykstra, of course, with 4 personal fouls, has been there since with about a minute and a half left in the third quarter, and is seated next to, or right behind the coach on the bench right now, as Holland will go to the line.
All right, Davila makes the first. He's going to get another. Ryan Klingler's just checked back in. Tim Miller sitting down, and Tim Miller gave Coach Worley some quality minutes there, Coach Backus.
Yes, he did.
Davilar's got the second. He's got 4 in a row now. Back up to 13-point lead, 5:55 to go in the contest.
Miller didn't get a lot of points, but he had a lot of hustle and good board work in there.
Dobb from way outside. No good. Rebound to Matthews, and a foul on Klingler, I believe.
And that will be 4 on Klingler. So with 5:42, that can still be significant. This is not over, and here comes Mr. Dykstra. You see him walk in your picture on the left-hand side there, number 25, Klingler, with his 4th personal foul.
All right, Matthews is going to be going on the line, 12, 14, 16. He's got 19 points, Coach Backus.
He's done a great job. He's been aggressive. He's gone to the basket. And now he's at the line, and he just nails it.
And that's his 20th point. The lead is 12, 64-52, 5:42 to go in the contest. Big game here for the senior, Corey Matthews. The second is no good. Rebound to Dobb. Chased down by the Panthers. Dobb takes it right back. 12-footer from the left baseline, air ball. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds off Matthews. Ball goes to Holland.
Well, that time I think Dobb really forced that shot. That isn't the shot he wanted. He likes to be in the paint straight on.
All right, Klingler. Botts has just got away with a walk. Klingler got away with another walk. Puts one up for the free throw line. No good. Botts is fighting for the rebound. And we're going to get a jump ball. And I believe it's going to be Panther ball. Unless I got to clean my glasses. I thought I saw 2 consecutive traveling calls in about 6 seconds.
I think you did at each end. I think both coaches saw them also and know it. Again, Holland came up the court that time, and they did not work the ball around. The man that had the ball just put it in the air.
Playing right into the Panthers' hands. Okay, Smith forces one up. Joey got himself a cheap foul he's not going to be happy with. It's going to be his 4th foul.
So Brown, Klingler, and Davila all with 4 fouls for Holland. Dykstra's the only one with 4 fouls for West Ottawa. And there are still 5 minutes and 9 seconds. A 12-point lead is not safe.
All right, Graham Smith going to be going to the line. He's got 8 points thus far in the contest. His first is around and in. He's going to get another. 33, who is Chris Reimink, going to check in, sitting down Sean White. Dutch lead down to 11, 5:09 to go. Coach Worley's going to get Tim Miller back into the game. Who's going to sit down?
Right now we have to wait and see as he comes out. He's not motioned anybody out. Davila. It can be a 10-point difference if this second free throw is put in by Smith, the 6'3" senior.
And it's short. Rebound to Klingler. Dutch lead remains at 11. We're approaching 5 minutes to go in the contest. Botsis is going before he's got the ball, and a steal. Matthews has got it. The Panthers can cut it down to single digits here with a bucket. Dykstra down low to Matthews, who loses control, looks for a foul, doesn't get the call. A lot of bodies down there, and it's out of bounds to the Panthers, as I guess Smith knocked the ball off of John Brown's leg.
Dykstra had a fine pass to the inside. It was right in line with our line of vision here. He just found the open spot there, put that ball inside. Too bad for the Panthers. They couldn't get it up and in because it was a good pass to the inside.
All right, here's Smith to Matthews. That big first step. Dykstra out on the top of the key. Miller on Smith. Smith takes it right to him and goes right by him and lays it up and in. And we're down to single digits, 9-point lead. And now the Dutch have got a 3-on-2. Botsis across the Miller, lays it up and in.
And that was a good move because he hit the open man instead of putting the ball up himself on the outside.
Okay, nice move there by Nate. Dutch regain 11-point lead. 4:16 to go. Smith from threes, got it. And the lead is down to 8, 66-58, 4 to go. And a cross and a foul on Smith. No call, can you believe that one? And a cross and going out of bounds, but the Dutch are going to maintain position. Cannot believe there's no call there.
Well, the thing is, that's happened 3 or 4 or 5 times in the contest, so that's the way they're going to call the game, and you just have to live with it that way. Coach Hurley's
going to get hit with a tee if he's not too careful.
You can see him standing next to the official there. He's clapping, but he's talking to that official too.
Just saying, forget it, forget it, forget it. He can't believe it either. Here's John Brown for 3. Got it! What a big bucket by John Brown. What a biggie. 69-58, Dutch by 11, 3:49 to go. Smith tries to answer and does so, but it's only for 2. He's got 8 fourth-quarter points and a steal. Oh, watch out here, Matthews. Oh, my goodness, as he went flying into the scoring table as the young man giving everything he's got. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm a Holland High teacher, folks, but I give these West Ottawa Panthers an awful lot of credit for the way they're playing tonight.
They were losing by 15 at 62-47 at the 6:49 mark of this fourth quarter, but since then they have outscored Holland 13-8, and they're right back in this game.
Dutch up by 9 at this point. Dutch may be looking to take a little clock off here. We'll see. Davila is back in the game. Ball fake.
Nice pass
to Miller.
Beautiful pass.
And Tim Miller puts it up. He's got 5 fourth-quarter points. The Dutch are up by 11, 71-60. Credit Davila with that fine assist. Oh, whatever happened to carrying the ball. But down low is Cox, lays it up and in.
Somebody went to sleep on defense down low.
And the Dutch having to inbound the ball, do so to Wolf. And Wolf gets his pocket picked. Dykstra going to go in for the layup. He's got it.
7-point difference with 2:52 left.
7 points, as Coach Backus has alluded to. And the Dutch need a timeout, I think. Here's Botzes taking it over, and we're going to get timeout, Holland.
Wolf was there in front of the bench. They want to get a timeout, and it's time for Coach Mark Worley and his assistant Steve Windemuller to sit down with these young men and just get them back under control in this contest. West Ottawa coming back, and they have intensity right now, and right now they're doing the right things. They've pulled back within 7. We said that the lead was 15, so they've cut that lead in half in the last 4 minutes of this contest. So the fans aren't leaving early tonight because this one can still go either way. We do have the high-scoring game we predicted. It is 71-64.
The observation I'd like to make note of here is that the Dutch, the last 2 minutes, seem to be playing 10 down rather than 10 ahead. And instead of trying to take the air out of the ball, as the expression goes, and show a little bit more patience, they've been rushing their shots, trying a little bit of the acrobatic passes. They're not doing what got them that 10, 14, 15-point lead they had earlier in the game.
That's what I was alluding to when I said out of control a little bit. Although the acrobatic pass that Joey Davillard made a moment ago was an excellent pass, and it resulted in an easy 2-pointer.
Pretty to watch. Dutch lead by 7, 2:39 to go in the contest. Let's see what the Dutch do this particular possession. Inbounds to Botzes.
Klingler is back in.
And I think the Dutch are going to look to take a little air out as they're going to run a little weave out on top here. Weave's not the proper word, Coach. What am I looking for here?
Little four-corner.
Little four-corner stall. All right. Klingler out on top with Brown and Botzes. And Nate was going right to the hole. He got his hand slapped. And now it's going to come down to whether or not he makes free throws.
He was fortunate he got his hand slapped because I sort of think he had lost the handle, control of that basketball, but there definitely was the contact, so he couldn't get the control back. And Botzes will go to the line. Has he been there tonight? I don't have that
Yes,
stat.
he does. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. That foul was on Smith, and Nate's going to go to the line. He's got 16 points right now, looking to make it 18 with 2 free throws that the Dutch could surely use. Bend those knees, Nate. First is up and good. Dutch are back on top by 8. 2:21 to go. Nate's got his second.
And I think the phrase is, with that right hand, make the gooseneck as you shoot the free throw. Goes through a few contortions before he puts it up.
And the second one is down.
They must work.
Nate's 4 for 4. The Dutch up by 9. Still only 3 possessions if you make all threes here. 2:16, 2:15. Smith for 3, no good. Botzes with the rebound. And he's going to get it over the center court and look to slow it down as he's nearly trapped. Near steal attributed to Reimink, but he's fouled Klingler. Reimink's got a second. Ryan Klingler's going to go to the line. He's going to be shooting 1-and-1.
With 2:05 left, there is still time for the Panthers. They are not going to give up. They're going to be aggressive. They have to go for the steal now. If they commit the foul, well, that's the way it's going to be. Holland's going to have to make the free throws.
Klingler's first is up and down. He's got it. Ryan will get another. He's got 13 points. Dutch lead is 10. 2:05 to go in the contest. Klingler's got a pair. He's got 14. Dutch now 11 up with 2:05 to go. Here's Reimink. Down low to Matthews. Matthews gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Davilard's got the steal. Matthews attempts to regain it to Klingler. And they're going to have to foul. Dutch aren't going to be shooting here unless it's a layup. And picking Botzes' pocket was Smith. Dijkstra goes in, lays it off to Smith, and puts it up and in. Graham Smith's got a bucket. Timeout Panthers. Graham Smith has 10 points in this particular quarter. 14 for the second half. 18 overall as he's led this Panther comeback down the stretch.
One of the keys in the comeback for the Panthers is the fact that they only have 1 turnover in this fourth quarter, and we've played over 6 minutes of basketball. Now that compares to that first half where the Panthers had a total of 13 turnovers. They turned it over a lot. This half, they've cut that number in half, and only one of them has come in the fourth quarter. It's produced results. They've come back into the ball game after trailing by 15. They've kept it single digits now for the last 2 minutes plus.
While we've got the chance, we'd like to mention our HCTV all-volunteer crew. And once again, we'd like to encourage you who might be viewing this game on Channel 6. We could use your help. just call HCTV. We've got room for you. Working with us tonight, Rick Crane on the camera, Phil Hamilton up in the boondocks on top of the roof. He's giving us those great shots of this action. Carl Jastrzemski alongside of me at the character generator, and making his directorial debut tonight, Paul Massilia doing a great job on the machinery here. All right, 1:39 to go. Coach Backus, Dutch up by 9. 3 possessions again.
And again, full court pressure is going to be put on by West Ottawa. A basket here would almost seal it, but you get a steal.
And a foul. Cox got called for traveling.
He traveled before the foul.
Probably should have given it up there. Bad break for the Panthers.
They had the steal they wanted. They could have pulled it within 5 or excuse me, of 7.
And Wolf has gotten fouled by someone here. It's Reimink.
Yes.
His 3rd. And once again, free throws for the Dutch. Wolf's going to go to the line. He's 2 of 3.
And for Holland, their last 4 points have come at the free throw line. The last time Holland scored a basket was at the 3:19 mark. We're at the 1:31 mark now. Since then, we've had free throws, 2 by Bottas, 2 by Klingler, and now Wolf will get his chance.
All right, Derek eyeing the bucket. No good. Rebound of the Panthers. It's White with the ball. Up ahead here is Dykstra. Dykstra down low to Matthews. Matthews, got
nice
a layup,
block.
and Wolf blocks it. Left side, shot taken by Smith, no good. Davila with the rebound. That was a big play.
That was a block inside. The man had position, and Wolf did not commit the foul. He got good elevation and had the top of the basketball that time.
Matthews has got his 2nd foul. Dutch once again shooting free throws. This time it'll be Botsis. Botsis 4 of 4 from the free throw line in tonight's contest. He's got 18 points, makes them both, he'll have 20. Nate's first is no good. Long, fighting for the rebound, out of bounds to the Dutch.
Consecutive 1-and-1s missed by Holland in a real tight ball game. That would be significant. This one a 9-point difference with 1:12 left isn't quite as bad. You can afford that luxury.
All right, inbounding the ball. And I'm not sure who's being inbounded to, but needless to say, White's got the steal for the Panthers. Up ahead is Matthews to Smith. Smith lays it over to Cox. He walked again, got away with it. No good as it dribbled off. And here's Klingler looking to just slow it up. And he walked and got away with it. A lot of traveling tonight. I'm not sure where the whistles are. And another.
That was close.
I'm not sure, Ray. And we're going to get a foul here on White.
That was a touch foul.
We got some early season jitters on the part of the officials.
Well, you just got to get in the flow of things. Sometimes it goes that way in a contest.
Let's go on record here. I've done some officiating, and let me tell you, it's one tough job. And I don't mean to be so hypercritical. Of course, that's part of my common nature, I guess. All right, John Brown going to be at the free throw line. He's been there earlier. He's 1 of 2. And 2 of 3 as he sinks it, and more importantly now makes it a 4-possession game. John will have a second. And it's good. Dutch lead up to 11, 45 seconds to go. And Ryan Klingler with the steal, and he puts it up and in. And that's just about going to clinch it. The Dutch are up by 13. We've got 37 seconds to go and counting. Here's Matthews with a turnaround 12-footer. He's got it. And a timeout going to be called by the Panthers. As the Dutch lead is 11 with 32 seconds to go.
Well, the fans now start to leave. They figure an 11-point lead with 32 seconds is safe. And I would think in most situations it is. Although I saw a 9-point lead with 40 seconds in a state final game with River Rouge when they were down by 9 with that much time left about 20 years ago or so, and they came back and won the ball game in regulation by scoring 10 points in the last 40-some seconds. So you never know, but I would say here with the 11-point lead, 79-68, West Ottawa put a good run on here in the 4th quarter. They got it within 7. That was the closest they got at 71-64 with 2:52 left. But then Holland has been at the free throw line since then. They have hit 5 of 7 free throws, and then the 2-pointer by Klingler just a moment ago on the steal on the inbounds pass, and that has opened the lead back up to the double digits of 11 points.
32 seconds to go in the contest in this OK Red opener for the Dutch and the West Ottawa Panthers. Botzis just dribbling it around, and he gets his pocket picked, and going in for the layup is Reimink. He scores. The lead is down to 9, 20 seconds. Klingler takes it over the court, and he's gotten fouled by Matthews. 16 seconds to go, Dutch up by 9.
In this fourth quarter, I think one thing Coach Worley's going to look at is the fact that his team had more turnovers in this quarter than they had the entire first half. 6 turnovers this quarter. Holland had only 5 turnovers the first half. They had 3 in the third quarter, and now 6 in this quarter, so 14 in the contest.
Ryan Klingler's got the first of a 1-and-1 situation. Dutch lead back to 10 at 80-70. Klingler's second is short. Clock moving, 13 seconds to go. Here's White for 3, no good. Matthews chases down the rebound to Dykstra, and he got fouled attempting a 3, and he's going to get 3 free throws, and I believe that's Derek Wolf's, only his 4th foul. But I think it's a 3-shot foul.
I believe it will be. He was right in front of the bench over there, and Coach Worley with the hands on hips over in front of his bench. He's not on camera right now, but he was definitely not pleased with a personal foul of that sort being committed with only 4 seconds left to go in the contest.
Sean Harris, the transfer student from Illinois, checking in for Derek Wolf. Brad Dykstra going to have 3 free throws. 4 seconds to go. Dutch up by 10. First is up and down. He'll have 2 more, and basically right now the only question is what's the final score going to be?
It is definitely respectable.
Second, no good. He'll get a 3rd now.
It looked for a while like it was going to be a blowout as the third quarter belonged to Holland. They opened up a double-digit lead throughout that quarter and early in the fourth quarter, but West Ottawa came on strong. Holland led up a little bit and has made that an 8-point ball game.
All right, Davilar just threw up about a 28-footer from nearly out of bounds for a 3. Lo and behold, it's up and down, and the Dutch have ended tonight's contest with an 83-72 win. The Dutch go 1-0 in the OK Red, while the Panthers go 0-1. The Panthers drop to 1-2, and the Dutch go up to 2-0. Ray, if you want to give your shot charts or such, I'm going to do some addition. If you can kill some time for me, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so we'll try. In this fourth quarter, Holland hit only 5 field goals there at the free throw line most of the time. Holland taking only 9 shots on basket, so 5 of 9, 12 of 24, 50% unofficially in the second half for Holland. The Dutch in the first half were 16 of 34, 48%, so we've got them 28 of 68 shots in the contest. For West Ottawa, that first half, they were hot, especially the first quarter when they hit 10 of 13, 4 of 11 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, West Ottawa hit 50% of their shots. It was 5 out of 10. And in the fourth quarter, we have to do a little adding live on air right now. It was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 baskets made by the Panthers, and they took 2, 4, 6, 8, 18 attempts, so 10 out of 18. Second half for them is 15 out of 28, 52%. So for the game, 15 out of 28, 29 then out of 52. I hope that's right. The calculator isn't handy right now. Contest here where the Holland High team fell behind West Ottawa in the first quarter, 21-15. In the second quarter and third quarter, Holland outscored West Ottawa in both of those, 21-13. And here in the fourth quarter, as Holland had a quarter lead of 57-47, Holland got 26 points here in the fourth quarter. West Ottawa went from 47 to 72. I believe that's 25 points if the arithmetic is correct. And that gives us our final 83-72.
All right, here's some unofficial scoring totals for you for the West Ottawa Panthers. Sean White had 3 points on a three-pointer. Schaefer Cox, the reserve guard, had 4 points on 2 baskets. Brad Dykstra, the point guard, and the person that they were counting on an awful lot, well, he was kept under control tonight, and he only had 7 points. Graham Smith had 16 points, 14 of those coming in the second half. Chris Reimick in a reserve role had 4 points. DJ Willard, who had been consistently the leading scorer for the Panthers all year, he had 10 first-half points, went scoreless in that second half. Corey Matthews coming on strongly. He was the leading scorer for both teams. He had 22 points. David Dobb had 6, the starting center. The Panthers, after going 3 of 5 in the first half of free throw shooting, wound up 10 of 17 for the contest. Holland, on the other hand, Derek Wolf with 9 points, 7 of those in the third quarter, which came at a very critical time for the Dutch. Joey Davila, the senior man who plays all over the place, he had 15, including 9 second-half points. John Brown, with another strong game, came up with 16. Nate Botsis had 18, 10 of those in the second half. Jay Triesenberg had a 3-pointer for a bucket. Ryan Klingler with 17 points himself. Tim Miller, 5 points in a reserve role. Coach Backus, catch this number. The Dutch free throw shooting, 2 of 6 in the first half, wound up 18 of 27 for the contest as they shot 21 free throws in that second half and were able to make 16 of those 20.